Hello and welcome to Yoga Flow with Monica. This is our second video of the channel, and today we're going to work a little bit on our legs. So just a couple standing positions, probably the main positions which you would encounter in in other yoga classes. So yeah, we're going to start in seated. So we can cross the legs, sit straight, relax your shoulders. You can close your eyes if you want. And we're gonna start breathing through the nose. So very slowly inhale and exhale. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the shoulders, neck is long. Inhale. Exhale. Facial muscles relaxed as well. Last breath here. Slowly open the eyes. And we're gonna go into all fours. So come onto your palms and your knees. Wrists are in line with shoulders and knees in line with your hips. Make sure that your back is straight, kind of neutral. Imagine that you have a hot cup of tea on top and you don't want to spill it. And we're gonna just stay here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, looking down, everything relaxed. Exhale. Excellent. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna straighten the leg out, the left leg out. Make sure you find that balance between your palms. Spread the fingers as wide as possible. This will help you with the balance. And we're gonna lift the leg up. So left leg up. And we're gonna bend the leg and then straighten. 4 more times. Bend the leg. So trying to keep that thigh parallel to the floor. Straighten. 3 more times. Bend. Exhale. Straighten. Inhale. Bend. Exhale. Straighten. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release it down. Come into child's pose just for us to release the pressure from the wrists. So release your glutes to your heels and relax your head to the mat. You can have your knees as wide open as it feels comfortable for you. Inhale and exhale. And we slowly come back to the all fours. Excellent. I'm gonna do it again with the right leg now. So straighten the right leg first. Find that balance so you don't move with your shoulders in line. And then slowly lift the right leg up. And we're gonna start bending into the knee. Exhale. Inhale, bend. Exhale, out. 3 more times, abdominals engaged. And out. Don't forget to breathe through your nose. Out. Last bend. Out. And then release the knee to the ground. Again, we're gonna sink our hips towards our heels and relax the palms to the mat. Relax it here. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. And slowly come back into all fours. What we're gonna do, we're gonna tuck the toes, your toes, and then we slowly start peeling the knees away from the mat and lifting the hip towards the ceiling or the sky. Coming into downward dog. So try to spread the fingers as much as possible. Push away from the mat. Try to grow tall all the way from your wrists up to the coccyx bone. And you can keep your knees bent for this one, okay? Inhale and exhale here. 1 more. Excellent. Then look to the front of the mat and we're gonna step the right leg in between the palms. So step all the way through, or if you struggle, you can always help yourself to bring the feet in between the palms with your right palm. Okay, release the left knee to the ground, bring yourself up, and what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go a little bit back, apply the pressure on our lower body, and then sink it in again, and make sure that that lower back is not arching. We're gonna lift the arms towards the ceiling, come into low lunge, relax shoulders here, 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Excellent. Now what we're gonna do now, release the palms to the ground, and we're gonna shift our weight towards the back. And we're gonna stretch out that front leg. You can keep the toes touching the floor for the beginning. So 2 breaths here. So we're stretching out a little bit more the upper feet, okay? Inhale, exhale. And now what you're gonna do, you can bring that right leg tiny bit to the front and then flex the toes towards you. So you lift the toes towards you, and we're gonna stay here, and you should feel more stretch at the back of the leg and your hamstrings. This is Hanumanasana prep, so half split. This is a really good posture to work on if you want to come, one of the postures, if you want to come into splits. Inhale and exhale. And slowly coming back, tucking the toes, lifting the knee away, and bringing the front leg to the back, coming into downward dog. Again, growing tall, those glutes towards the ceiling or the sky, and keeping the knees bent still. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Then we're gonna look to the front of the mat, and this time step the left leg in between the palms. Release the right knee. Untuck the toes. I prefer untucked toes. If you feel more stable with the tucked toes, you can keep the toes tucked, okay? So choose your variation. Again, you go back a little bit, apply the hands over your lumbar spine, and then sink it in just to make sure that we're not putting too much pressure on the lower spine. And lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale, fingers facing up, shoulders relaxed, looking straight forward. 1 more breath here. Relax your facial muscles. And with an exhale, relax the palms to the mat and slowly shift your hips to the back a little bit. So your hips don't have to touch the heels. We're coming kind of halfway. The toes still planted into the floor, just for 1 more breath here to stretch that upper feet a little bit more. And then we're gonna shift the left leg a little bit forward and then flex the toes. So lift the toes and flex them towards you. 3 breaths here. Relax everything. You can just touch with your fingertips. Make sure that you're not over around your spine, okay? You can always use the blocks if you have. I don't have it today. You can always bring the floor a little bit closer to you with the blocks. Last breath. And then slowly bend into the knee. Plant the palms. Lift that right knee away from the mat. And bring the left leg to the back of the mat. Coming into downward dog again. Inhale and exhale. Observe how you feel. Excellent. Then we're gonna look to the front of the mat and we're gonna step both legs in between the palms. Inhale, we lift halfway, straight spine, torso is parallel to the floor. Exhale, slowly release it down, coming into forward fold. So you can have the knees bent. There's a nice connection between the thighs and belly. Head is hanging heavy. 2 more breaths here. Excellent. Then with the next inhale, we slowly come up. So slowly take your time. Your head was down, so we don't want to rush up and get lightheaded. The last comes head. Excellent. Come into standing position. Open the chest. Maybe roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times. Standing position just for 1 more breath here. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna bring the left leg to the back of the mat. Foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat, so the shorter edge of the mat, okay? We're gonna bend into the right leg, and we're gonna straighten the left, coming into warrior two. So palms are out, facing outwards, arms parallel to the floor. You're bending into that front knee, but making sure that it's not going in too much. So you're trying to track the middle toe. Back leg is really engaged, and you're looking through the right fingers, gazing through there. One more breath here. Now we're gonna flip the right palm towards the ceiling. Start releasing the left arm towards the left thigh and lifting the right arm up and over. Without changing the position of the legs, we're coming into reverse warrior. So having a nice stretch in your right side. Inhale and exhale. One more. Again, we're reversing back without moving our legs. We're bringing the right forearm to the right thigh, lifting the left palm towards the ceiling, or if it's comfortable, you can bring in line with your ear. But make sure that you don't collapse here. So the shoulders should be still far away from the ears, okay? Looking towards the ceiling if you can. If today is not your balance day, you can always look forward or even down. Just choose what works for you today. One more breath. And then slowly reversing back into warrior two. One breath here. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna straighten that right thigh, coming into reverse triangle. So again, flipping the right palm towards the ceiling, releasing the left palm to the left leg, and reaching that right arm up and maybe even over. So reverse triangle. Inhale and exhale. Both legs are long and active. Then slowly reversing back without changing the position of the legs, coming into kind of arms are parallel to the mat. Switch the hips backwards a little bit. Try to reach something in front, and once you can't reach anymore, then release to your shin, your ankle, or maybe all the way down to the mat. But make sure don't go too high, because even if you can see, like, I'm not too warm and I was running, so I can't go too low, because if I go low, I start collapsing. It's better to be higher and have that opening, because what we're trying to do, we're actually trying to open the chest towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale here. One more. And then slowly coming back and squaring that right foot. So both feet are facing forward, coming into wide-legged forward fold. So bring the palms over your hips. Make sure that those heels are in line. If you need some to help you with, I usually use the edge of my mat to make sure that those heels are in line. Puff up your chest, and then slowly start lowering down. Once you can't lower anymore with the straight spine, release the palms down and relax the head down. Let your spine round naturally, but make sure you're not pushing too much into the ground, okay? Inhale and exhale here. One more. Excellent. Slowly lifting up halfway, bringing the palms over the hips, coming up, and we're gonna do the same sequence on another side. So this time the left foot facing forward, you start bending into that left foot. Back foot is straight and active. Arms parallel to the floor, and you're looking through that left middle finger, kind of, okay? Relax the shoulders, make sure that you're not leaning too forward or too backwards, so the torso should be quite straight. One more breath here. Then flip the left palm now towards the ceiling. Release the right arm towards the right thigh and start bringing the left arm up and over. But make sure you're not applying the pressure there. This is just kind of like guidance, okay? So you're trying to engage your abdominal muscles and at the same time really work on that stretch in your left side. Okay, looking forward to the ceiling if it's comfortable. And then slowly reversing back, bending into the left elbow, releasing the left forearm to the left thigh, and then bringing the right arm towards the ceiling or in line. And we're trying to open the chest towards the ceiling. So imagine in this position that you would be next to the wall and all your body should be touching the wall. So that's how we're trying to open up. Inhale and exhale. Great. Slowly coming back to warrior two, just for one breath. I know that leg might be quite burning. One breath. Straighten the leg now. And flip the palm towards the ceiling, the left palm. Start bringing up and over and gently releasing the right arm to the right thigh. Inhale and exhale. Both legs are straight, but make sure you don't lock the knees. So if you're very flexible, always keep in mind that your knees always should be soft. Inhale and exhale. Slowly reversing back. Remember, shifting the hips back a little bit, trying to reach something in front. Once you can't do that anymore, then just gently release the palm to the shin or anywhere where it goes, okay? Make sure that you just let your body guide you. And we start looking towards the ceiling if the sun is not in your face, or forward or down if you really struggle today with the balance. Inhale and exhale. One more. Triangle pose. Slowly coming back up with the help of our abdominal wall. Squaring the left foot now to face forward. We're gonna come into one more forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Maybe this time you can go a little bit deeper. So first remember, open the chest. Maybe you can even pop the chest a little bit. Slowly going down, making sure the back is straight. And then release the palms. And you can start bending into the elbows and maybe bringing the palms in line with your feet, okay? And relax the head. Release everything, let the gravity do its job. If you have straight legs, maybe you can shift a little bit weight into your toes, but make sure you don't fall over, okay? Legs are engaged, especially inner thighs should be quite engaged. That will help you to open up the muscles a little bit more. One more breath here. Then slowly lift up halfway. Bring the palms to your hips. And we're gonna lift up with the straight back. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. And you can walk or jump feet together. Excellent. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And then we're just gonna sit down on our mats. Bring the feet together. In the butterfly position legs, you can have them closer or further depending what feels good for you. Start relaxing everything. You can close your eyes if you want. You can grab your ankles if you wish. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can always start bending into your elbows, but make sure that your spine is quite straight. So I'm just gonna go to the side. So we're trying to keep the spine quite straight, okay? So of course there is a natural, curve of the spine. So once you start going a bit deeper, you can see it tiny bit, but make sure that you don't end looking like this, okay? So we're trying to keep that sort of length of your neck and your spine, even when you go forward, when you go into forward folds. Inhale and exhale. One more. Excellent. Then you're gonna cross the legs, come into Sukhasana, or the simple pose. The same pose we started in. Inhale and exhale. Observe how you feel. Observe how your legs feel. Slowly bring the palms together. And we're gonna seal the practice here. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed it, this quite short practice on your legs, just going through the main poses, kind of the main standing positions. If you have any questions, or as I mentioned, any requests, just please drop a comment below the video. And I hope I will see you soon. Bye!